Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, or you want to do, is to prime your face. I'm just using the Revlon Beyond Natural Smoothing Primer in number 200, and it's not going to focus. But, so I'm just taking this and squeezing about a pea size onto my hand, smoothing this over my face. So just keep your face makeup on all day long. And then after you've done that, so we're going to start with some concealer. One second. Sorry, I had to grab a little towel to put on my lap because I don't want some of the... We're gonna move to powder products, not now, but at some point. And I don't want it to get on my jeans, and I have my hands are all, like, have the primer on it still, so I don't want to get the packaging dirty, so I'm, like, wiping it off on the towel. Anyways, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on my acne spots. So because this is yellow, it's going to dull the redness and make it not so red. But that's just what the purpose of this is right now, just to dull the redness. And then we're going to use a liquid concealer after this to give it the full coverage that we need. So I have a big pimple right here right now. And this is kind of perfect right now. And I know that sounds really weird because you don't ever really want pimples. But for the purpose of filming this video, this is kind of good right now because it's helping me show you guys that this really does work. And this is just by Physicians Formula. This is their Gentle Cover Concealer in yellow. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to dab it on the pimple. And then on any other red areas. And on any discolorated areas. This is my nose that I'm tapping it on. Okay. And then I'm just taking a concealer brush. This is by Ulta. Their concealer brush. So I'll go to this one right here because that was the main one that I started off with. And I'm just gonna blend that on. And see, the redness is already almost completely dulled and died down just by a little tap of concealer. So yeah, just finish blending out any other discolorated areas, any red blemishes on your face. And I don't have acne scarring because I am in the middle of getting rid of my acne. So I don't have any scars. I hope I never do. But if you do this, also put this on your acne scars and then just blend it in. But I don't have any, so I can't show you how to do that or how that works or whatever. So, sorry. But the next thing we're going to do is go to a liquid concealer just for full coverage. And this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Concealer. And this is in Fair Light. Looks like this. And I'm just going to take some of this. And not only am I going to reapply in all the yellow spots, well, all the places that I put the yellow, but I'm also going to place it on like my under eye circles, on any just... not necessarily like red acne, but it's just kind of, you know, the risen whitehead bumps. And then on any discolorated places on my skin. Okay. And I'm still using that same concealer brush. And just start blending away. And it's okay if it looks like there's kind of like, see how that little blotch there is a lot more fair than my regular skin tone? That's okay because we're going to put our foundation on. So that will, then the foundation will make it all kind of blend together and it won't look like you've just got these big pale blotches sitting on your skin. So now we're going to move on to our foundation. And I use Fit Me by Maybelline New York, and this is N115. What's it called? I said it like a million times and I always forget what it's called. Ivory. I think this is either, I don't think this is the lightest shade. It's like, I think it's like the second to lightest shade. Okay, so usually there's a lot of excess just sitting in the cap right here. So I usually just take my foundation brush and put it in here and then in the lid and just use whatever excess is in there. And then if I use all the excess in the lid, then I move to the jar. But yeah, so basically just take your foundation, and you can use a stippling brush or a sponge. I really don't like the effect that the sponge gives you. I feel that it can make you look a bit cakey, and some people really like to use their hands. I don't think I'll ever understand that one. And if you do, like, that's fine, and that works well for you. That's great. But I don't think I'll ever understand that method. I don't know. I just feel like using your hands isn't very efficient, and I don't know, that you're just kind of rubbing back, unless you wash your hands thoroughly before you do it every morning or whenever you put your foundation on. I feel like you're just kind of putting bacteria on your skin, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, you could also use like a stippling brush. Did I already say that? I might have. I don't know. I watched many beauty gurus use stippling brushes when they do their foundation, and it seems to give a really, really, really nice effect. I don't have a stippling brush, but I really want to get the one from Sigma. So, yeah. But, and some beauty gurus have been talking about how they think that foundation brush like this can kind of give you a streaky effect. And sometimes it can, and I'll show you how to not have that happen in the next step after this, but yeah. So after you've applied your foundation, I'm going to show you now how to avoid that streakiness, because you do want this to look very natural, and once again trying to like make it look like you don't have any acne, even though you do, or I don't know if all you do, but all of you do, but if you do. So you're trying to make this look as natural as possible. You don't want it to be obvious if you've got streaky lines, because then people can tell you have foundation on, and then yeah. So you can just take a sponge now. I don't say I don't like the sponge effect. I don't like taking a sponge, putting foundation on it, and applying it on like that, because I feel like that looks cakey. But I like taking a sponge and just blending out the harsh foundation lines here. And just, there's no product on this, and just blending out any lines on your face and blending it into my hairline. So it looks very natural. And then after you've done that, now apply your powder. I use the Hello Flawless by Benefit, and this is in Champagne. Trying to cover the reflection. Oh, it's a mirror. I guess there's no covering the reflection. Whatever. This is very expensive. It was like $32 or something. And I shouldn't say very, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of expensive for powder, considering the amount that they give you. Look, they really only give you that much for $32. And although this works amazing, I have raved about this, and I love this. It was such a great birthday present. So, I mean, it's amazing and all, but it's just still, like, I think they should give you more. Like, this entire thing should be filled if it's $32. But, so I feel like if I use a powder brush or something, then there's all that little powdery excess, and then I'll blow it away, you know, and then there'll be, like excess product that I've just kind of wasted. But I feel like if I use a foundation brush to apply it, not only does it give me more coverage, but I'm not really wasting product, because it usually doesn't give too much of the little powder residue. You can't see it, sorry. But, and the gals at the Benefit counter taught me this trick. But, so you just take it and apply it all over. And once again, this is really going to just give you a full coverage, especially when you're trying to cover up acne. And this reduces shine dramatically too. So for those of you who have oily skin, I highly recommend this because it works very well. So this isn't really considered part of like a covering up acne anymore. Well, I guess the rest of this, but I guess I should kind of finish off just showing you guys the rest of the face makeup portion that I usually do. But I'm just taking Moonbeam by Benefit. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Sorry. Rewind. I'm taking Dandelion, their box powder by Benefit, and yes, I use this a lot because I love it. I'm just taking a powder brush. Gosh, I cannot talk. I'm just tapping this on. My bang's got my face. Lightly on my cheeks. And then I take Moonbeam by Benefit which is just this. And I just tap a couple streaks on my cheekbones and just blend it in with my finger, highlighting. I told my guy friends about how you can use a highlighter on your face, but I didn't tell them it was like a cosmetic highlighter, and they were like, "What?" They were like, "That's just weird. Wouldn't it be yellow?" I'm like, "Well, not really." All right. So then that is the makeup tutorial part of it. So now let's talk about skincare routine. So the skincare routine or system that I use, I use Skin ID, and I think I talked about this before. I did it a while back. I talked about this, but basically, so the first thing I use is the cream cleanser / max, and this is in number 7, and it looks like this. And this works. I mean, I can, like, when I put it on, I, like, feel my skin just, like, soaking it all in, and my pores just, like, opening up. I literally, like, feel it. So it's really, that's really nice. And then I use the toner in number 40. And I just put, like, some of this on a cotton ball, and I just rub it all over my face. And it's actually really crazy to see how much dirt and just, like, gum and gross comes off your face when you look at the cotton ball afterwards. But I'm not going to do that to you guys, especially if I just my makeup, but because that would be gross. And then I use the anti-acne treatment in number 32. So that's the simple 3-step system, but they give you 2 free extra gifts, and this is the Skin ID body spray, and then this is the acne spot treatment. So I just put this on like a big zip or pimple or whatever before I go to bed at night, if there is one. And then this, I spray all over my back and my chest and my shoulders to kill my acne there after I've showered, and I'll show you what I use right now before I do that in the shower. And I use the Pan-Oxyl Acne Creamy Wash. And I just put this all over my back and my chest and my shoulders to clear my acne, and then, like I said, afterwards I spray this on to ensure that it'll all go away. But after I've done all this, I take some of this is just a little sample product because I just got this from my dermatologist on like Friday, I think. So this is only like my 2nd or 3rd time using it. But this is the Differin, and this is just like a cream that you put on your face and it's supposed to get rid of it. And I can't tell you anything about this right now because it's only like my 3rd time using it. But this is this is part of my new, well, not new, but this is an added to my skincare acne routine and everything. So yeah, that's my routine, and I hope you guys found the tutorial on covering up acne useful. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.